I'd like to thank everyone who supported me and my charities. It's been an absolute life-changing experience, and I thoroughly recommend it. It's nearly killed me with the kidney stones, but apart from that, it's been marvellous. I just want to say the excellent work that the Moving On project and Sam's Haven is doing and has done. We've raised enough to keep Sam's Haven running for another 2 years, or help over 200 families. This evening also gives me great pleasure for my Men's Cadet Conor Bamford. I look like he is. He was brilliant at Daedalus and he's out with me all the time. Conor carries out his duties with fortitude and respect and everything else, and he's been a brilliant cadet. So I would like to honour Conor by giving him a certificate this evening. He's very embarrassed, bless him, but don't worry, first of many I'm sure. So if you'd like to come up and join me, Conor, and I'll happily present you with your certificate. Thank you. Four of our councillors are retiring as ward councillors. Councillor Aaron Brady, Councillor Brian Bayford, Councillor Arthur Mandry and Councillor Dennis Stedman. I'd like to say a few words about the time as a councillor. Councillor Brady was elected in 2016 to the Fareham East ward. During her time, she's been on the Governance Committee, Health and Public Protection, Housing Panel and Scrutiny Board. Councillor Brady, would you like to say something?
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I don't think it's any news to anyone that we don't have enough GPs, and my day job is just the wrong one to try and do this with. And I'd like to say thank you to all the officers who've been really kind, and it's been good.
Thank you. Councillor Brian Bayford. Councillor Bayford was first elected in 2002 to the Parkgate ward. He was elected mayor in 2010, has been executive member for Health and Environment, Street Scene, Housing, Health and Housing. He's also been chairman of 5 different committees, panels including Health and Environment and the House and Housing panel. Brian, in recognition of your time as a long-standing councillor, may I ask you to come forward and receive your long-standing service recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Leader, Chief Executive. I'm very pleased for the last 16 years to have been able to represent people in Fareham in what I consider the best district council in Hampshire and the best district council that I've come upon elsewhere. I'd therefore like to thank all of my colleagues of whatever colour or persuasion, all the officers, Peter, for their hard work and their support and action that they've been able to take almost at the drop of a hat after you requested. So thank you very much, everyone. I'd be very proud to put this on my wall.
Councillor Arthur Mandry. Arthur Mandry was first elected to the Hillhead Ward in 1995 and was elected Mayor in 2002. In 1999 to 2001 and 2002 and 3, he was Deputy Leader of the Council. He was Executive Member of Planning and Transportation between 1999 and 2006 and was Executive Member for Public Protection between 2006 and 2012. He has been Chairman of Planning and Transportation Committee, Planning and Development since 1999. He was also a long-standing member of the Business Board, Crime Prevention Panel and Planning Service. Arthur, would you please come up and receive your long-standing plaque?
Invited to speak as the last debate. There you go. Mr. Mayor, members and officers, thank you for this occasion and the commemorative plaque. Many changes have taken place over my period of office, some good, some not so good. I've seen periods of conflict within the Conservative ranks when we had two Conservative groups. There have been brief periods of opposition and the Lib Lab Pact. If you think Sean Woodward is hard on the Conservative group, you should see him in opposition. We've had the transition from the committee system to the executive. We could have a vote on whether that was for good or not. The moves towards devolution and super push when you will all be made redundant. Speaking of change, some things never do. The current Lib Dem election decorative for Stubbington still refers to Mrs. Burton Jenkins, God bless her, with reverence as the apparent architect of all things positive in Stubbington. I suspect she may be overseeing the proceedings in that walk from on high and pronouncing something will turn up. More in hope than expectation, I suspect. My thanks to Sean for the opportunities you have given me. Thanks to members for their support and friendship. My thanks to the directors and officers for their help and guidance over the years. Without them, little, if anything, can or does happen. I cannot sometimes help but look at the senior staff as resembling the 10 green bottles. Then I can blame it on Vanguard. They all have my best wishes for the future. I thank the Mayor for this opportunity to speak at the presentation plaque. It only remains for me to seek the advice of the Executive Member for Housing as to where I should put it. Perhaps that should not be meditated.
Thank you. Councillor Dennis Stedman. Don't get nervous, Dennis. Was first elected in 2000 in Fareham South Ward. He was Mayor in 2012-2013 and during his time as Councillor has been Vice Chairman of the Public Protection Panel and Health and Housing. He has been a member of Housing Committee and Board since he was first elected and was a long-standing member of the Leisure Panel. Dennis, please come up and receive your award.
I hope I'm not too long, it's only one page. but I've never really travelled to scorers here, so maybe I'll get my turn now. I just want to say thank you, Mr. Mayor, Chief Executive, and Sean, our leader. And I thank all the senior officers and staff of the council, past and present, for the courtesy and help they have given me over the past 17 years. From the reception desk to Peter, our Chief Executive, to Sean, our leader, and to all councillors, irrespective of political leanings, who also became friends and colleagues. Due to my recent health problems, I felt it would be unfair and discourteous to my ward members and the council in general to continue just for the sake of my own personal prestige, and I feel it's time to hand over to youth. To have been Mayor of Fareham, my adopted home, in that most wonderful year, 2012, the year of Her Majesty and the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, the 2012 Olympics, one of the finest, and the 25th anniversary of the Falklands War. I will never forget leading the Olympic parade through packed West Street, cheering crowds and delighted children from either side. Carol and I had a really fantastic time that year and met some really wonderful people. A year is now unique in my personal history. Finally, I wish to thank the residents of Fareham South for supporting me in 5 elections. I am so proud. I only hope that I've left a legacy of honesty and goodwill for them to remember me by. Thank you.